Our text today is going to come from Philippians chapter 4, verses 10 through 14. And I want to encourage you and also admonish you with the words, I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. The word of the Lord reads as follows. But I rejoiced in the Lord greatly that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am in, therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Notwithstanding, ye have well done, that ye did communicate with my affliction. Verse 13 is really the driving point of the message today. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It is a verse that many in the body of Christ love to quote, especially when it comes to accomplishing a physical task that seems to be beyond our ability. It is a verse that we're able to call out, to quote, to speak, because the words draw strength to us. Or should I say, we draw strength from those words. Unfortunately, at times when we quote verses like this, it's more of a cliche than a reality. The truth of the matter is, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. There is nothing that is impossible through God or with God or for God. And because we are children of God, thus the impossible becomes possible because we are connected to the possible maker. Did that make sense? We are limited by the measure of our faith and our belief that God is able. Paul speaks to us from his relationship with the church at Philippi. In these short verses, he speaks from the standpoint of, he says to Philippi, you are fully aware of what I've been going through. And you have went out of your way to ensure that my needs are met. Because of your actions, because of your treatment toward me, I want for nothing. And if I did want, you're always ready and available to see to it that my needs are met. For this, there are times where you wanted to help, but opportunity didn't present itself. But even when, and I'm paraphrasing this, but even when you're not able to be there for me, thanks be unto God that I can rely on the Lord. who truly gives me the strength, the ability, the wherewithal to accomplish whatever task is before me. At some point, conversations about COVID-19 and the pandemic and its effect on society and our communities and our homes, it gets boring. Because truly, what else can we say about the pandemic other than what we've already said? What else can it do except what it's already done? We are now at a place where we must adopt the phrase, I can, I will, I must, according to verse 13. Being able to say that I'm able to accomplish all things through Christ, it does not only refer to the physical ability or need that we may encounter, but it also speaks to the spiritual and psychological need for strength. We all bear burdens. We all carry weights. We all have responsibilities. Some, at least me, I wish I didn't have. There's some responsibility I would love to get rid of. And we all approach life in the same way. We reach the point where we say to ourselves or even to others or even to God, I can't do it anymore. I'm at my wit's end. I've given it my all. I don't know what else to do. The statement says I can do all things through Christ. It didn't say I can do all things through myself. I can do all things through my family. It says I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Therefore, it helps us to understand that our strength is not derived from those around us, but truly by the core and the essence of God that dwells within us. The power and the Spirit of the Lord that is alive and well in each and every believer. That when we tap into that power and that ability, there's nothing we cannot accomplish for the Lord. When you think about endurance, a lot of us, especially men, we probably refer to sports because we recognize that in athletes, they endure a lot. They punish their body in order to reach the optimum state of performance. So it reminds me of a movie called Facing the Giants. Facing the Giants is a Christian movie. It's about a Christian high school football team. Let me start there. And this football team has been losing for years. It's never won a game in years. And it's so bad to even where the players don't even believe that they can win a game. They just believe that they're just going through the motions. They're attending practice. They have something to do. They really don't believe that they're going to accomplish anything good this season. So here we are. And there's the coach. The coach decides to do something that's uniquely different from what they've done in the past. I said to you, this is a Christian high school football team, right? So the coach does something different this season in the movie. This season, he starts praying. It is a Christian high school football team that has been losing. Now the coach wants to start praying. And he noticed that as he began to pray, the atmosphere around the football team and the locker room, it began to change. And he found that interesting, that at a Christian high school, that prayer works. Go figure. It sounds like church sometimes. But, so in the movie, he gets the football team out on the practice field. Now, mind you, they don't believe they're going to win a game because they are accustomed to losing. They are accustomed to being cleaned off the field with a mop, a bucket of mop water. So they're on the field and they're practicing. And there's an exercise that he puts them through where he takes the biggest guy and have him get on all fours. And he takes the smallest guy on the team and puts him on his back, upside down. And the biggest guy has to carry the smallest player across the field from yard 1 all the way to the end zone on the opposite side of the field. And he has to do that on all fours. This one particular player, his name is Brock. Brock is on the field, and he had this little dude on his back, and he's going, and he takes a few steps, and he says to his coach, he says, "Coach, I can't do this anymore. I just can't go anymore." He says, "Listen, Coach, I just can't do it." And the coach says, "Brock, just go a little bit further." And they're going back and forth with this exchange, and finally Brock says, "Coach, I just can't do it anymore. This is too much. I can't bear the load anymore. This is just too much on me." And the coach says, "Brock, just give me everything you have, and I promise you, you will win." And Brock says, "But Coach, I can't do it." And this goes on and on, and the coach keeps telling him, "But Brock, you can do it. Just one more step, just a little bit further." And Brock says, "But Coach, I'm tired. My muscles are aching. I'm shaking. I can't hold it up. I'm going to drop." And by the time he finally falls to the ground, the coach whispers to him, he says, "Brock, open your eyes." Mind you, I think he was blindfolded. He says, "Brock, open your eyes." And when Brock looked up, he realized that he went 100 yards with this young man on his back. Life does that to us. We get a load on our back that we believe we cannot handle. We bear a burden that we believe the weight of which is going to cause us to collapse. And all God is saying to us today is, give me your all, and you will win. God says, no matter how heavy the load, give me your all, and you will make it. No matter how desperate the burden, if you give me your all, you will get to the end. When Brock looked up, Brock proved to himself that not only could he make it, but he actually went another 3 yards into the end zone before he actually collapsed. So not only did he cross the line, but then he exceeded the end. That's where we are. We can do all things through Christ that strengthen us. No matter how heavy the load, no matter how deep the burden, God will not allow us to be forsaken. He has placed within each and every one of us the power and the strength to endure. We possess the Spirit of the living God, a strength that is beyond understanding, a strength that is beyond our comprehension, a strength that says even when we believe we cannot, God shows us that with us and God, we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us. We can make it. We will make it. We must make it because God has ordained it to be so. We have the strength and the power because we're children of the Most High God. There's nothing we cannot accomplish in the Lord. Whether it be that physical burden that we must bear or the emotional burdens that we carry, with God we are more than conquerors through Jesus Christ who loves us. We too can be like Brock, and we can make it if we no longer trust in ourselves, but truly rely on the Lord. So this week, as you may ponder these words, just remember, I can, I will, I must. God bless you.